Hello. Hello. Welcome to the daily political tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. I am literally here every single day of the year. Every weekday, weekend, holiday, your birthday, my birthday. I am here to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we've got a fantastic community here because of you. You've been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed, whatever works for you. All right. On today's episode, the deplorables. Anyway, but Peter Navarro finally facing justice. Yay! 2, Trump wants his sycophants to not fix the border problem so he can use it as a talking point. And the head of the Arizona GOP tried to bribe Scary Lake into not running for office in 2024. Alas, it didn't work. Okay, so, Ricky says, and the star of the show, the new Captain Kirk, Boo-Boo's and Kitty. Yes, he's a cutie. He's sleeping. He's sleeping right here. So, and I hope you enjoy these historically accurate images. Anyway, that's the founding of our country. Okay, let's go on. All right. Thank you, everybody. I got this deck a while ago, the 5-cent tarot, and I think I've only used it once. Oh, SW, bless your mother. Bless your mother. All right. Did I can't remember. We're going to try it. I know I've used it. It's not, because I've shuffled it. Let's see what it says. Okay. All right. So let's start with, at 2 minutes, 45 seconds in. Oh, Peter Navarro. I don't know. Maybe you should have gone and talked to the January 6th committee instead of going on Ari Melber and just spilling your guts. Just a thought. Just a thought. Send positive energy to Ricky, please. And Kristen's pointing out the wolf moon appears tonight, the first full moon of 2024. Absolutely. And usually things kind of come to a head. I had been saying that we are still on Judge Ngoron civil fraud trial ruling watch. I know, just rolls off the tongue. But today is the full moon right here. So, and Judge Ngoron, he could rule anytime. It's expected anytime this week or next week, but we'll see. We'll see. And of course, today Trump is, he's gone to the aging Carroll defamation stupidity on his part trial part 2. He says he's going to speak. Last I heard, it was good luck, because if he does speak, they're going, the prosecution, the other side is going to, the plaintiff, I think would be, anyway, is going to run literal video of Trump's deposition before Trump speaks, just negating whatever garbage he might talk through. So good luck. All right. Oh, happy birthday, Holly in France. Heather's asking, has the judge fussed at Habba about playing sick and going to a party instead? I don't know. But let's have a look at Peter Navarro. So what I heard was he's been sentenced to 4 months in jail. And this is what I've been wanting all along. I don't want anybody being hurt. I don't want anybody getting sick. I want justice in a court of law with evidence and a fair trial. And if there is reason for conviction, if this person is found to be culpable, I want them to be punished appropriately. It's not a crazy notion. And Peter Navarro, this is the find out portion. So, dude. Interesting. Okay. So, well, the Eight of Cups is the card of walking away. I probably shouldn't use this deck just because it's hard for you to understand what the heck this is. Here it says it's introspection, an inner journey, walking away. Yes, as in you left all the evidence out, the cups in the front usually, you left all the evidence out, and now you're having to go to prison, go to jail for... But he's going to appeal it. This law hasn't been enforced for a long time. It actually, the law went on the books before there was actually a Bureau of Prisons. So he's going to try to appeal based on, he can't be put in a jail with this particular name because it doesn't technically exist. But yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah, and don't forget, apparently in prison there are quite a few MAGA people. So it's not like, unless they are actual law enforcement, and they're going to be protected anyway. But I've got the Hanged Man, so suspension. The Six of Wands is the victory, far right victory card. I love it. Straight up, it's a claim. Upside down, it's arrogance. But I don't do upside down cards on here, so yeah, I think it's pretty accurate. Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, Two of Wands. You did this to yourself. You went on Ari Melber and you ran your mouth. This is the card communication. I'll switch back to the regular deck in a minute. So, Hanged Man gives you perspective. You think? I think we got more arrogance than a claim. In the center, fierce energy. This is a supporter of Trump. Trump is the king of wands. This is the Queen of Wands. It's the group who support him. And Knight of Cups, this would be the January 6th committee who were actively moving the knights. They're actively moving to hold people accountable for January 6th. And then this Two of Wands would be communications on the far right. He did this to himself. All they had to do was run his... It's like, well, it wasn't like he was incapable of talking to anybody. Here, let's run the Ari Melber tape. I don't know if they ran the Ari Melber tapes, plural, because he went on there more than once. So he's going to appeal. Let's use good old pulp tarot. He's going to appeal. Ricky says, Peter Navarro, how to say you're an idiot without saying you're an idiot, but on live TV. Yes, big old national TV. Thank you, Keisha West. Page of Pentacles. You are a bit player. Congratulations. Two of Swords, Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, Fool. I'm thinking, look, he's not the mastermind in any way. SW says yes. He did run his mouth on that interview with Ari Melber. Watched it. He went on and on about the Green Bay sweep. Yes. But you are not the mastermind here in so many ways. You made a legal decision. Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Five of Wands, Fool. I don't think the appeal is going to go really well for him. Yeah. Bye. Has he learned his lesson? Is he going to? I don't think so. I don't think he's going to have a change of heart here. Stephanie Martin says, Ari even said to him, you know, you just described a coup. And Navarro still didn't close up. Yeah, close his mouth. Exactly. You really, it's like, Ari Melber kept trying to point out, you realize you're admitting to crimes here. Oh no, I'm not. That isn't what this is. We have every right. Of course, we have every right. At that point, they all thought they did. Nine of Cups. Are you going to change? Or are you going to? No. No. All that evidence, it's going there. He actually did get off pretty easily, and but he's going to feel very beaten up. Things are going to change. He will probably, because this card of going up the river, going to prison, this is that card here, and right before it's the Seven of Cups, this would be, he's still going to say that he's in the right, and I believe was it the judge, was the plaintiffs or the prosecutor, or was the judge, was saying you've shown no sincere regret for what you did. By the way, he's in such good shape apparently because he's a big yoga guy. Does that matter? No. Just letting you know. I mean, he's in good shape. Just not up here. Okay. Let's move on. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Yes, I did notice there are several people picking up on the White House pharmacy story. That was fun. Keith Olbermann is laying it squarely at the feet of Ronnie Jackson, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, 1320. Oh, another brain donor. Alina Habba asked the judge again to dismiss the defamation case before Trump is due to testify. Once again, the judge said no. Cherry Bomb says, what do you call Navarro going to prison for 4 months? A good start. Yes. Yes. Alina Habba. Will Habba and Trump's continued stupidity hurt their case? Man, oh day. Man, oh day. Yes. Yes. I'm getting a big yes. Yes, 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 and yes. Whew. Chariot. Six of Wands, Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Death card. So this is a big deal. And she has a lot of courage. E.J. Carroll, you are amazing. Thank you. Thank you for standing up. Thank you. Trump thinks that she is stealing his victory away. This is like those men who, let's not go into details, but the upshot is the man is saying, you're ruining it for me. Yeah. Anyway, Gross. 7 of Pentacles, Temperance, and kaboom. Yeah, she's gonna get a lot of money. She's gonna get a lot more money. And if he had any sense, he would close his mouth. True, B. Smith. Ironically, Alina Habba may be one of the women who bring 45 down. Yes. Uh-huh. Betty Cantrell, it's your fault. Yes. Well, what was she wearing? Anyway. I'm not getting anything good for Trump here. This is bad. They've made it worse. They've made it worse. Knight of Cups. They've made it easier for the plaintiff. 3 of Cups, Page of Swords, 4 of Cups. Refusal. He's going to complain it's rigged. He's going to take money he bilked out of his suckers eventually, after he's tried to appeal or tried to whatever. Isabel Moss says Alina must be nose blind. Maybe her nose is fine. She can smell money. More fool her. Star says Navarro is as arrogant as Jim Jordan. Yes. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to, is it Beatty? BDB? I want to make sure I'm trying to pronounce her name correctly. At 1710. Very, very interesting question. So BDB is asking, regarding yesterday's talk of the pharmacy candy store in the White House, 2017 to 2019, were there hand-me-downs that walked over to Congress, that made their way to some Congress people? And could it be, well, here is Trump maybe blackmailing some people, but Madison Cawthorn did talk about nefarious goings on. So the feel-good candy store in the White House, did that spread? Amy Jones says they were making to-go bags at the pharmacy. Yeah. Baggies with, 5 pills each of whatever. Remember for a while, I don't know if they still do it, but Amazon was running some ads for pill packs. You tell them what your prescriptions are, and then they would create these little plastic, like puff of air pillows, one of those little things, but a roll of them, and it would have if you need to take your pills in these pills in the morning and these pills in the evening, and you get the roll. I'm just picturing something like that, where it's like the Ziploc equivalent. Oh, here's some uppers and some downers and some painkillers, and what else would be fun? But did this stuff walk over to Congress? 10 of Swords. Yesterday, I wasn't getting that that this will be as big a deal as it should be, but it does feel like somebody's going to get into trouble there. It feels stronger than just a regular card for the reading. All right. Huh. This looks like it has more to do with culpability than... Yeah, I'm not getting... I think if people came by, maybe. But this is more about the start of the next to the justice card, this would be the start of a bigger investigation or something being done about this. You'd be getting a prosecutor of some nature over very nefarious practices, and people are going to feel the heat from it. Okay. Lynott says pill parties and the like. Yeah. Janelle Espinoza says this is how they got compromat on people. Maybe. Yeah, I think Lynott, I think that's really accurate. Pill parties. Arlene says the DEA needs to get involved. Well, it's supposed to be falling under military control, but considering they just released this report on the 8th and crickets. Cover up, anybody? Ten of Cups. Death card, 9 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Hanged Man, Ace of Pentacles. All I'm getting is that maybe this is walking toward Congress. In this topic is walking toward Congress and Ronnie Jackson specifically, because Dr. Feelgood, there's already been a lot of talk about Dr. Feelgood. Nine of Cups, 6 of Pentacles. Oh yeah, just hand it out. Oh, it's a party. Big display of cups. Could kill you, but oh well, have a good time. But I've got a hangman and possibly a big fine or something. I don't know. But yeah, this is just like a Halloween bowl of candy. So, yeah, but I'm not getting necessarily that this was the source of parties in Congress. This was not the important source. I'm not saying it didn't have anything to do with it, but it does feel like maybe Ronnie Jackson, maybe some other people, maybe they will actually be held accountable. That's kind of what it feels like. So. Stray Bomb says Fine's losing his ability to write scripts. Please. Oh, and by the way, just so you know, I don't read on the V drug. Just no. Just no. I mean, I don't like these people in the first place. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, 8 of Swords, Strength. Oh, there's the arrogance coming off of Ronnie Jackson. Whew. Knight of Cups, 8 of Swords. Yeah, he might. They might come after him. I'd be worried, but his arrogance is huge. All right. So I guess we'll hear more about this. I hope so. Lynott says this is going to involve the Joint Commission, the DEA, and lots of orgs. Yes. Yeah. David Miner says you just lost Matt Gaetz as a sub. Aw. I've been making covers for the next couple of weeks. I think you're going to like them. This morning I was giving them, I was putting names on them. Yes, one of them was Matt Gaetz, scumbag. You'll see that over the next couple of weeks. Yeah. King Donald the Vile. And one that might be a little controversial, but considering what I know about Christianity, at least the Christianity I was brought up in, I think I have every right to voice my opinion. Speaker Mike Johnson, the heretic. You cannot say you are just all about your religion, all about Christianity, absolutely all, and still be for bigotry, cruelty, not welcoming the stranger, not feeding the poor, not like no, no. You're blowing smoke. You're using it as an excuse, and you're using it as a way to make yourself feel like you're special. That's you're a heretic. That's yeah. Angela M says, is he a representative of the House? He's a speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Oh, Mikey, he hates everything. All right, moving on at 25:50, and thank you for being here. Thank you for going through the news with me every day. It can get really harrowing if you're just going through it yourself. 26. Aussie Miss 1. I love that. Although my brain was trying to figure out it was osmosis. I thought we were going mythological there for a minute, but Aussie Miss 1. Is the Trump family aware that their dad is floundering? Are they going to step in to save him from further embarrassing themselves, from him further embarrassing himself and them? The griftlings, specifically. Grift and the griftlings. Oh my gosh, Kari, thank you. Just because I enjoy watching you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, the griftlings. Knight of Swords. Well, they're putting it down to the amount of stress that he's under. Thank you again, Kari. They're putting down how much stress he's under. Hermit, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune. It's about the money. They're not even Knights of Pentacles. They're pages. They're the children of the businessman. Personally, in the original Rider-Waite with the King of Pentacles, I get that as Trump the businessman with the weed of crime that bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. They're isolated. They are. I mean, Ivanka is kind of walked away quite a bit, but on the whole, certainly the older boys. Oh, absolutely, they were. They're absolutely sunk in the whole thing. Their whole livelihood, their whole, because the money, which is here. This could be about to go out the door for good. And Page of Cups right in the middle. Again, this is us just watching it happen. I don't see them intervening. I don't think they could. I don't think it'll listen to them. But they're putting it down to the stress and him being attacked by. He's such a victim. Yeah. But go ahead, call us snowflakes again. But yeah. Nope. Elizabeth B just said, pass the chips. Yeah. Surely yes, says the door can't close fast enough. Isabel Moss says the Grifflings will not inherit anything except a despicable name. Agreed. Okay. Lisa Katz has a question. With all this weirdness happening at 2940, this is not an impossibility that some things could happen. My father taught a particular kind of driving for a number of years as a hobby. And it was people who they weren't race car drivers, but there would be like events during off times at racetracks where people could bring their cars and, go quickly around the track. You couldn't race each other. You couldn't, but you could let people go around the track, but you needed some training on how to do that. And he taught some of that. And one of the things he always said to me is, an accident isn't usually when one thing goes wrong. It's when a number of things go wrong in succession very quickly. And between now and November 5th, there are any number of things that could go wrong for Trump in succession very quickly. So Lisa Katz was asking, will Haley win the primary? And then Trump okay, will Haley win the primary is the one question. The next is, if something like that happened, would Trump run as a third-party candidate? I would imagine I'm going to get a no on both of these, but let's have a look. Oh, thank you, Janelle. Thank you, Circle. Thank you, B. Smith. So, will Haley ultimately win the nomination? I don't like her either. I'm sorry, I just don't read. I'm here to read on the news because I read the news. I read the news every day. I'm just a news junkie. I always have been. But my gosh, some of these people, they're so self-absorbed. They don't send out any nurturing energy at all. Eight of Pentacles. Well, there's also a matter of, could she, being a woman, could she actually win a Republican primary in 2024? Janelle Espinoza says Haley has no true conviction. Yes. Although we wish Trump had plenty of convictions. All right. If something were to happen to Trump, 9 of Cups, Queen of Cups. See, okay. If things went particularly bad for Trump in succession, okay. And this would just be, Haley seems to think if it's, and some pundits seem to think that if it's Biden versus Haley in November, that, it's going to be close and Haley's going to do so well. I don't know that it would go quite as well as they think, because I still have us, the Democrats, looking at all of our voters, all the women who are going to vote, all the women who want rights back for women, not to mention other rights, LGBTQ plus rights. Queen of Cups is us just watching these people be idiots. And Carroll at that. Would they give her enough charity votes? Especially since Trump would be getting sympathy votes. So it doesn't look good it just doesn't look good for Nikki Haley for me. So if Faye's saying 91 convictions would be great. Yeah. Didn't some more charges come out yesterday, day before? Weren't there some documents unsealed, I think, in the DC case? I haven't seen anything about that, but I heard it in passing. But so the next question at 3450 is, if somehow he didn't get the nomination or whatever, would Trump run as a third-party candidate? or just not as not as an actual Republican. I mean, there's only so many ways he can bleed the Republicans dry, the Republican National Party dry. They only have so much money, and so many of the small donations have gone directly to Trump's coffers. And the RNC is struggling. And in some states, they are broke. 5 of Cups. I can't see him losing. No, this is, we're just watching his general downfall. Republicans voting for him, but do not underestimate the women who are going to come out and vote, and the people who are supportive of human rights are going to come out and vote. Trump is going to have his own legal problems and other problems, so that's not good for him. And these are all the Democratic votes and someone in red walking away. So I'm not getting anything here about a third party vote. I don't even have a 3 card here, you know. Well, he's just there, and he's not going to do well. So okay. Zircon says Trump's in Arizona today. I am so sorry. Arizona is such a good state. You don't deserve him. None of us deserve him. Okay. Stars is saying, I'm very stressed out about the election, hoping for the best. Oh, don't be stressed. Don't be stressed. We're actually moving on to some related stuff at 37 minutes in. Oh, Joanne Cleave. Yes, 31 more charges. So that would be what, 122? $122 charges for Dumpy. Woohoo! All right. Make this 37:30. Trump is telling his sycophants on Capitol Hill not to vote for the border bill because he still wants it to be in disarray so he can claim Biden is ineffective. Nothing like betraying the country, is there? Putting the needs of the country ahead of... It hasn't dawned on any of you that you could say, hey, I can get stuff done. Considering you haven't, I can get stuff done. Yeah. So, what's going to happen here? J-Bomb, good luck. Howling at the moon. The worst president ever. The worst president we've ever had. Yes. Project much? Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, Emperor, 9 of Cups. The border. Well, we know that DeSantis and Cruel King Abbott and all of them, they've been making a deal out of this. They've really been hurting a lot of people. Also, their states are given extra money to deal with the influx of people at the border. And Trump is their guy. And now you've got one more accomplishment of Biden, where he can go out there and say, we made a deal. It's Trump who killed it. So you would think that wouldn't move the needle. I mean, nothing will move the needle with the MAGA people. But even more moderates, will they pay enough attention to realize what's happened? As the stock markets hit all-time highs, unemployment is historically low, etc., etc. Inflation's been coming down on the whole. Two of Cups. There's a partnership there. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Hermit, Six of Wands, High Priestess. Trying to get something going in the legislature, accomplish something. Isolation, Trump thinks will lead to victory, but this big don't tell anyone. Shh, hey, don't tell anyone I told you. Don't tell anyone I told you not to vote for this. Feels like it doesn't stay much of a secret. And I'm asking about people who might actually listen to stuff like that. So yeah, this might not be a good thing. So all right. And Bernadette, there are a lot more questions, but at 4120, Bernadette Smith had a question. 4125. Will the Biden administration win against cruel King Abbott of Texas regarding the border? Well, you see, this goes along with number 8 as well. Okay, I just want to read on the border in general because the next two questions look at specifically what could be a crisis, perhaps constitutional type crisis in Texas. So let's just read on just the border. Keisha West asking, where's the kitty? He's sleeping. He's right here. He's under the blankie. No, he was under the blankie. No. Oh no, he's still under the blankie. The blankie's moved. The blanket is breathing. All right. The border situation in the U.S. so sad. Yes, it includes one of my, one of my favorite things, hungry children. Yay. Thank you, Sammy. Hermit. We are a nation of immigrants. Unless your ancestors came across the Bering Strait 14,000 years ago, more, something like that, sit down. Maybe more than that. I can't remember. Anyway, Emperor, Knight of Swords. There's the energy of this just makes me going to just Emperor, aggressive. There's an aggressive Knight of Swords, working strength of the Abbott and the dynasty, the Republican. It's a game. The cruel King Abbott and DeSantis and those kind of people, it's just a game. It makes me crazy. Absolutely makes me crazy. So I'm going to just move on to this next constitutional question because it's a little bit more. This is a little bit more complicated. Kelly's asking, Pluto going into Aquarius, which is now done. It's only going to backtrack out for a couple of months later this year, but then it'll be in Aquarius again for the next 20 years. So Pluto, we are in Pluto and Aquarius. But Pluto and Aquarius, constitutional amendments, could be. I mean, the Aquarius is about the group, but so at 45. Now, my understanding is, and again, as always, correct me if I'm wrong, the Supreme Court ruled against Texas and said that the National Guard could remove the razor wire that was in their way when they wanted to save the lives of children and weren't able to. So the Supreme Court said no. The security of the border is the responsibility of federal. Well, apparently, Cruel King Abbott is like, tough. We're not doing it. This is what's here. So, but with the National Guard, you're talking about the Texas National Guard. So there's a question, if Biden nationalizes the Texas National Guard, will they ignore orders from Biden? Or if whatever he does, will the National Guard ignore orders from Biden? I know there are probably some, I'm sure there's some either names I'm not getting right, some organizations I don't know if quite right. I'm just, basically, Biden wants to get rid of that razor wire. If Abbott's saying tough, and Biden tries to do something about it, that's a real idea. Jill Dalton, New York City, send in the U.S. Marshals, something. Will they say I'm a Texan? Justice. But Supreme Court, yeah, tell me again about states' rights when they take away your power. And not on convenient things that you want anyway. Justice. Strength. Eight of Cups. Four of Wands. Queen of Swords. And kaboom, the Tower. Well, Abbott lost. But these are the MAGA faithful. And this would be, no, this feels like, if told to, the National Guard would knock down whatever needs to be knocked down. Because that's what the court said. Now, okay, so I'm getting that not happening, but as a hypothetical, because it perhaps may relate to something down the road, I hope not. If the Guard ignores Abbott, will he order them to be arrested? Will he try to get his own people in the way, armed people in the way? Bernadette Smith says it doesn't matter, he's vowing to fight. Really? He's gonna go down there and dirty his own hands, huh? Oh no? Oh, what a shock. Abbott, you're governor of Texas, and Texas is part of the United States. I read the other day, I read it to you about how some people were immediately talking about secession, only a lot of them kept putting seceding, the people in Texas seceding, and some of them kept writing succession or something along those lines. And it was just like, the educational system in Texas. Of course, I just blew it just saying it wrong, but juggling a lot at the moment in my head. And there were some people saying, we'll be our own country. It's like, no. And one person was like, well, we used to be a part of Mexico. I'd rather be a part of Mexico again. You're trying to keep the... Really? They haven't thought this through, have you? Just Okay. So that's the card for America. Abbott is just off the deep end. And with this, this is the worst thing ever. No, this is not the worst thing ever. We've been through worse. Two of Wands, Queen of Cups, that I like that. Ace of Pentacles. I'm not getting I'm getting him talking a lot, communicating this far right garbage, but I don't know. Maybe the federal government, they're trying to help, and maybe they're trying to add more money to the situation and make things easier for Abbott. But these people over in the House are listening to Trump, who isn't going to move anything forward. Then, but I'm not getting Abbott trying to have members of the National Guard arrested. Anyway. Yes, Wheezy Squeeze Box says, learn to speak Spanish, and what the whole women's rights things you're against. Yeah, it's illegal in Mexico. But have fun. Alrighty. So at 5150. All right, this is I sent something about this to Sarah last night, and I included a popcorn emoji. This is one of those moments where it's like, all right, just get your tea, just let them do their thing. So, a recording of a conversation between Arizona GOP Chair Jeff DeWitt and Kari Lake. Oh, we didn't miss her at all. Was made public, in which DeWitt tried to bribe Lake from running for Senate in 2024. In the recording, Lake refused. DeWitt was basically, he had talked to a bunch of donors, and they were all like, look, can we just get her, like, we really need 2024 to work in our favor. Can we throw some money at this? Can we just stick her in some really well-paying job for a couple of years, and then she can come back and run again? And DeWitt was like, look, you could you could just step aside for a minute. You'll have a good, cushy job, and then just come back in 2020 or he wanted to run for governor again or something like that. Run for governor. And she's like, I can't be bought. I guess it's good somebody can't be bought, but it's Kari Lake, and anyway, so she's released the tape. And now it's helping her profile that she cannot be bought by your own side okay, whatever. I don't care. And then she apparently said there's another tape, and he doesn't know what's on that tape, so he resigned. Cheers. Drink the tea if you've got it, or popcorn, or Rowan says, I found the picture. They spelled out, Texas seceding. They spelled out SECDEE, SECDEE. Education, ain't it grand? Roxana Lee, I'm surprised your keyboard didn't just spontaneously break. You just typed out the words Kari Lake, a woman of integrity, with some laughing emojis, but yeah. Woman of integrity. All right, anyway. So, well, the fact that Lake declined while saying she couldn't be bought, will it swing more voters her way? Okay. You don't need me to tell you. The energy coming off this woman is, let's just say, she only occasionally touches on reality. Just every once in a while, just occasionally, just, oh, is that reality? Oh, no, must have been something passing. She is Delulu? Bonkers? I think bonkers is a good, that I think that explains it pretty accurately. Hello, Jen Lynn of Jen Lynn Tarot. Can you sit on the side for a few years for $1 million? I could. Do you know how much I could get done? I mean, I'd miss you a lot, but oh my gosh, I could get so much done. Give me a couple $1 million. I will create stuff. Anyway, I'll be back in 2 years with ta-da. All right. If, by the way, if you need a personal reading or healing session or something like that, Jen Lynn Tarot. Oh, go. Do. I myself have bought a session with Jen Lynn coming up in March. And I don't get a discount. I don't get, because I want to pay her for her time because she's so good. And it is precious. So yeah, highly recommend Jen Lynn. I'm spending my own money. So, all right, you can go to her website, Jen Lynn Tarot. Okay. Anyway, we're talking about Kari Lake. This is a chariot, but it feels like she's on the skids. Oh, thank you, Jen Lynn. Of course, she's been sucking up to Trump. That's not going very well. She wants to be in power. But the high priestess can be higher wisdom. It can be occult wisdom, and occult just means hidden. It's basically hidden knowledge. It can also be the negative side of it could be somebody who is really out there. I mean, really, not necessarily, it could be a forward thinker, but just somebody who's really mentally, spiritually, whatever, out there. And then I've got us being quite pleased. So I don't think it's going to go well for her. I'm just not. I don't think she's good at hiding the crazy. Tina Rogers, yes. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, yes. Big bowls of Cocoa Puffs. Big, huge. Oy. Blah. Okay. Blah. Okay. At 5840. 5840. Turns out that one of the biggest costs of the DeSantis campaign was air travel. You've got to see this. I've got to share this picture with you. Sarah sent me this morning. This is a screen capture from X. Share screen. Casey won't fly commercial. So the DeSantis campaign ended up spending more on private jets than on TV advertising. Never has anyone more palpably wanted to be first lady. And there she is. It's a nice dress. Lovely woman. Just not on the inside. So, yeah. Probably says she looks AI generated. Anyway. No, I'm just her. Just okay. So it turns out that one of the biggest costs of the DeSantis campaign was air travel. Lady Macbeth, which is what I call her, Lady Macbeth refused to fly commercial. Private plane costs outweighed television spots in a big way. At one point, Ron and Casey were racking up $9,000 hotel bills and $1,400 in food costs for the two of them per day. Yes, Larry Summerlin, $9,000 a day for a room in Iowa. How's Casey going to adjust to life not in the spotlight? They spent stupid amounts of money. Janelle Espinosa says another reason why his donors probably left. Cat Shepherd says, what were they eating? A whole Kobe Wagyu steak each every meal? I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, but if I'm vegan, I don't know exactly. Kelly said, well, she's fairly thin. That's a lot of money. Yes. That's true, Sandy Trunks. But I mean, Ron saved on the cost of cutlery by eating with his fingers. Tower. She's not liking this at all. She's absolutely, like one of those people who's like, I was born to direct, Nah. No, not really. Ten of Pentacles. So this is the dynasty. Her dreams. The dynasty. Sleepless nights, worry, yelling at her husband. There has been a whole lot of there hasn't been sorry, I got distracted by Cherry Bomb says divorce Ron, try with Dawn. No, I know. No, I don't pick up on that, but I do get her. She in the news, she has been blaming everybody but Ron, of course. And she still thinks she is all of that. I mean, all that. She thinks she will put, Jackie Kennedy to shame. And instead, isolation, disappointment, sorrows, prayers. She's not going to just do it very well at all. It's like, lady, you could run yourself. But patriarchy, ain't it grand? So what is Lady Macbeth going to do? Holly and Fran says she was probably a big deal in her small high school in a backwater town. Probably. Yes, Jen Lynn, poor three-finger Ronnie Puddin' Cubs. All right, at 104. I'm well over. Hang on. I want to, and whatever I don't cover today, I will cover tomorrow. 104. What is going to happen to Lady Macbeth? Save. Ice wouldn't melt in her mouth. The Star is the card for the reading. Can you say delusions of grandeur? Holy buckets. 5 of Wands, 3 of Cups, Knight of Wands, Hanged Man, Moon. Lady, why don't you just run for office yourself? on the defensive, Democrats being like, I don't know what the transcript is going to make of that, but that was scoffing. Host scoffs is what will be in the transcript. This far right screeching tires, trying to keep pushing their far right garbage. This is major arcana, boom, hangman, howling at the moon, suspension, and just be beside herself. Well, don't worry, you'll still be prom queen. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just starting to wonder. It's like, okay, the thing about being a politician this is the last thing I'll say. Being a politician in the United States, from what I hear, what I've heard, you'll correct me if I'm wrong. What I've heard is that in France, they really do want the smartest person in the room to be in charge. I can't even imagine. In America, we're like, oh gosh, that must be lovely. Because there's a certain just popularity contest when it comes to trying to get higher and higher office. There isn't, I don't believe it's a full, well, that's somebody I'd have a beer with. Because we had Barack Obama, who was wildly intelligent and moral and decent, and bless him, and his wife, and his kids, and his dog. But when there is just a certain amount of popularity, and also you have to get enough people to agree with you on policies. So why these extremists think that they're going to get into power and stay in power when so few people agree with them? So they're trying to find runarounds and gerrymander and electoral college or any other bank shot trick they can come up with to get into power. But there's just a certain point where it's like, maybe if you weren't so full of yourself, maybe if you actually cared about other people, maybe people would want your policies. Maybe you wouldn't have to scheme and backstab and hurt people, unless hurting people is the point. All right, well, that's going to do it for me for today. It is 1:19 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You are always welcome. I will be finishing up the black and orange covers for the next couple of weeks. I think you're going to like them. And Saturday night. Is it Saturday night and I ain't got nobody? Well, you do now, because patrons is our monthly get together is Saturday night from 8 to 10 p.m. We just get together, and you can come on screen if you want. You can stay in the chat if you want, but you can put faces to names, and we talk. And I'm going to be talking a bit about the progress I've made on my astrology course, and on MSNBC right now, MSNBC is reading what is going on the stand. I guess Dumpy has taken the seat. He's taken the stand. Good luck. I guess I could ask. Okay, 109.20. How's this gonna go? 109.20. So Dumpy is on the stand in the E. Jean Carroll sentencing. What is it? The official name of that? It's not a trial, is it? No. Is that going to hurt him? Going to hurt him in the case? I'm going to guess yes. Kristen says on the stand, Trump is sworn in and Habba calls him President Donald Trump. Of course she does. Penalty phase. There you go, Cherry Ball. Dumb as bricks. Dumb as bricks. Arrogance as the day is long. Narcissism as deep as the Marianas Trench. Just... Habba says, you viewed your deposition? Trump says, I stand by it 100%, yes. Oh, that wasn't such a good idea. Fortunately or unfortunately. Yes, Linda Johnson, Carter and his wife are true Christians. Yeah. The star. The star. Viola Blue says he only took the stand for 3 minutes. Oh, I don't know. Is he still there? Kristen says Kaplan asked a few questions that are objected to and sustained. Is this the first trial you and Carroll have attended? Trump says yes. Oh, he really thinks he can get out of anything. Temperance. Us seeing this, watching this, his burden of nefarious work, let's just leave it at that, and he is left an isolated man. One man, not, she can call him whatever she wants to call him. She can call him, Lord, what is it? What's the title in Dune? The Emperor, I forget. Anyway, I used to know Dune well enough. I knew, like, I could name, we could rattle off the names. It's been a while. You're just a man. And she can call you whatever she wants. You're just going to be one isolated man. And you'll be judged as that one man. Which doesn't usually go well for you. Dumpy? Habba asked, did you have counsel at the previous trial and follow their advice? Trump says yes. Roberta Kaplan says objection sustained. Habba says no further questions. Judge Kaplan says, jurors, you may go until tomorrow morning. Closing arguments. Jury leaves. I guess it was just a bye. Baron Harkonnen. Yes. Send in the flying fat man. Knight of Wands. That's a line from the book. Knight of Wands. Why was he up there? Well, maybe he was there for such a short period of time because they were trying to humanize him. But all I could say would be like, see, he's human shaped. Let's get him off the stand. Pay her. Pay her all the money that you owe her. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, that was quick, Kelly. Anyway. That's going to do it for me. Don't forget Saturday night, Patreon Social. Links in the description box if you'd like to join. I don't have really expensive tiers, just so you know. So there is that. And Kristen says, yes, Trump took the stand for roughly 3 minutes. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, that's going to do it. So at 3 o'clock, I'll be over in Creative Sprints. Other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. You are not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. All right. So hang in there, and I'll see you here tomorrow.